Did you know that 80% of Airbnb hosts allow long-term stays? If you've ever wondered about how to live in an Airbnb full-time, we've got answers. I'm Nicole, and my family has been living in Airbnbs full-time for most of 2021. It's been an adventure, and today I'm going to share 7 tips to help you make the most of your experience. First, plan ahead. One of the biggest mistakes that you can make when you're living in an Airbnb full-time is to wait to extend or book your next stay. If someone else books even a single day in the time frame that you're looking for, you'll be unable to find that home in a search by dates. Even if you do find the home you want, you may find yourself moving out of the home for a few days just to return a few days later. Either way, it's a hassle, so prepare 3 to 6 months in advance for maximum availability. When paying, it's also useful to make sure that you're using a payment method that provides rewards. When we book an Airbnb, we try to use a credit card that earns airline miles. Second, look for long-term stays. Long-term stays are great when you're living in an Airbnb full-time. Booking a longer stay helps minimize the number of moves that you'll make. It also helps you save a lot of money. Many hosts discount their usual prices by 40 to 50% if you book for at least a month, and if you stay 30 days or more, you may even be exempt from certain occupancy taxes and fees. If you find the perfect place and it doesn't have an option for a long-term stay, you can always ask the host. Just remember that superhosts may not be as willing to cooperate with longer stays. Their places are usually booked, and they generally make more money from short-term guests. Third, build a great Airbnb profile. A great Airbnb profile is a must if you want to make this a long-term lifestyle. Many hosts will only work with guests that have complete profiles with positive reviews. Your profile starts with your photo. Make sure that you have a friendly profile photo where you can clearly see your face. Don't use photos that send up red flags, like a photo that involves you smoking, partying, or engaging in illegal activities. Make sure that your face is clearly visible and smiling. Business casual is generally preferred for Airbnb photos. Make sure that you include a few sentences in the About section as well. Although some people recommend a long bio with multiple paragraphs, I've found that a few well-written sentences are ideal. Think of it like an elevator pitch. You have 30 seconds to tell the host who you are and make them comfortable letting you stay in their space. Keep it light and conversational. Fourth, learn how to find the perfect Airbnb. This is a big topic in and of itself, so we've created an entirely separate video titled How to Find the Perfect Airbnb. Click over and watch that before you book your stay. Fifth, get rid of everything you own or make it work for you. If you're going to be living in an Airbnb full-time, don't waste your money storing your items. Large belongings like furniture and appliances only serve you if you intend to return to an unfurnished rental in a relatively short period of time. Otherwise, you may end up wasting more money on storage than it would cost to replace them. It's generally more efficient to get rid of everything you own. You can donate it or sell it, but many people have had great success renting out their belongings through community rental share programs. Sixth, get to know the rules. The rules vary slightly for each home, but generally, you can move out of your long-term Airbnb early as long as you provide at least 30 days notice. It's much easier to do this than to break a lease with a typical property management company. There are other rules that you'll need to know as well. It's important to thoroughly understand Airbnb's terms of service and their policies. If you're traveling abroad, you also need to understand your rights and responsibilities in the areas you will be visiting. Generally, it is your responsibility to know the rules, and Airbnb typically will not refund you for any misunderstandings. Seventh, build great reviews. If you plan to stay in Airbnbs full-time, it's important to build a profile with great guest reviews. Make sure that you communicate well with your hosts, follow all house rules, and leave the space reasonably clean and tidy. At the end of a particularly great stay, I also asked the host if there was anything they'd like me to address in the review. The host had a particular pain point because of the train route that passed near the home, so I made sure to stress in my review how much my children enjoyed watching the trains go by, and truly they did. The host was thrilled that I was so thoughtful, so he made sure to leave us an equally great review as well. Building a history of great reviews can help you impress new hosts, negotiate better rates, and book new stays without complications. For more tips on how to live in an Airbnb, be sure to check out our other videos and subscribe to our channel.